Crystal Palace will not be playing Europa League next season after winning the FA Cup from Manchester City. This is a shocker, but let me explain the whole incident to you, the whole scenario. Normally, in the UEFA rules and regulation, it is stated that two clubs that are being owned by one person cannot participate in the same tournament. For instance, if the owner of Manchester City is the same owner of Manchester United and these two teams qualify for Champions League, Europa League and Conference League, one of them have to give way for another because the two clubs are owned by the same person. So now Crystal Palace, their major shareholder, which is John Textor, who is holding about 43% of Crystal Palace share, is also the owner of Lyon. And Lyon qualified for the Europa traditionally based on their position in the table, while Crystal Palace were qualified because they won the FA Cup from Manchester City. Now, as it is, it means that Crystal Palace have to give their spot for Lyon because Lyon qualified for this tournament directly, traditionally. You understand? So there were speculations that Crystal Palace could be moved to Conference League. They could play Conference League next season. But that is also a problem because another investor in Crystal Palace, whose name is I think David Bressler, is also a owner of a club in Denmark, and the club name is Brøndby. Brøndby has qualified, or they're already playing playoff for Conference League. They've already started, which means that there is no space for Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace space in the Europa, what will happen to it? So this is what will happen to it. A team that is behind them, that is next on the table rather, we have to play Europa, which happens to be Nottingham Forest. So Nottingham Forest will have to replace Crystal Palace spot in Europa. You understand? So it's just something that is so funny. That's what you get most time when you have one person who invests in multiple teams. You will not know when this will happen, when this kind of clash will happen. It was the same FA Cup that took United to Europa League, and this same FA Cup now cannot take Crystal Palace to Europa League because of multiple ownership and joint ownership. You get, so as it is now, Crystal Palace officially they will not be playing European football next season. It is over for them. They are just going to focus on the domestic competition. Hope this is direct. This is clear.